Hello. Welcome to the Detroit Experience. I'm an android and I'll be your hostess. You are now ready to begin Detroit. Remember, this is not just a story. This is our future.
Detroit Becomes Human is a good game, but there are so many issues with this game for us to theme. Detroit Becomes Human is an action-adventure game developed by Quantic Dreams and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. And it is played from a third-person perspective. Notice I didn't say who the characters are because this game, there are three characters that you're playing. So you're playing Cora, Marcus, and Connor. They all have stories that interact with each other and intertwine, and it's really unique how they do this. So the game is a story-driven game and a decision-based game. And honestly, it's primarily focused on story because the developer who created this game, David Cage, is mainly he's known for his story-driven games, and he kind of wants the player to create their own game experience. So it's just literally just you making up your own story. And how do you do this? First, you make decisions, and the decisions have like a pathway, and it can either be a good pathway or a bad pathway. And at the end of each mission, you're shown the path that you have taken and the outcomes you can get. And there are a bunch of outcomes in this game, and it is just crazy, like just how like your decisions really do matter. And your decisions matter so much that a character can die if you do make the wrong decisions or if you do not react as quickly or respond as quickly to like a situation where you're fighting and you gotta press a button and your response is not that quick, so you can get a character killed. So there's so many outcomes, and the game is tailored to the pathway and the choices that you make in each chapter. So to me, Detroit Becomes Human is an interactive story game because there's hardly any gameplay in this game. Like, it's just really based on your decisions and your choices. So if anything, the gameplay is more like you walking through areas to uncover more dialogue or choices in the chapters. You're pushing buttons to open doors, to do an action, or to pick up things, and etc. And I kind of hate this, like pushing buttons, like especially in an action scene when you're fighting somebody and you have to push a button quickly to like do a maneuver or counter or whatever. I find that to be frustrating and ridiculous. They do it way too much in this game. The soundtrack in this game was beautiful. It was beautiful, it was very emotional, it tied into the story, and I really did enjoy it. The actors did a great job, like the facial recognitions and everything, they did a great job making each scene like very emotional and real, and it's just really, really like if anything, this game is really good at just making you feel some type of way. It really does do a great job in that, and I really did love the facial expressions. They were very well done and it was incredible. The graphics were just amazing, very amazing. I really did love the work that the developers did. So the story follows three perspectives, well, three characters really, and it follows Cora, Connor, and Marcus. So Cora was a housemaid android that escaped protecting a girl and is now on the run. Connor, who is a protective android detective who hunts down deviants. Marcus is the leader of the android movement and is devoted to freeing all androids. So the main themes in this game is about freedom, civil rights, and slavery. They do a great job in exploring these ideas, but my problem is how they deliver those main ideas in the story. So they explore these themes throughout Android's experience, and I'm like, this is an android that is a machine that doesn't have any feelings. But in the game, the android just suddenly conjures up feelings and emotions based on their decisions, and they just sort of, I guess, rewrite their own program. The game really doesn't fully explain how this happens. They just show like how an android does become a deviant. And I'm not really sure about how they are using android characters, machines, to display civil rights issues. It is not an effective way to deliver your message about civil rights issues. Overall, I did enjoy the story. I love the dialogue exchange between Connor and Hank. Connor's story was one of my favorite stories, and he's just really one of my favorite characters in the game. I love the detective work that Connor does is very intriguing. And when you're searching for clues, you can reconstruct crime scenes, and it gives you more clues as to what happens in the scene. And it also gives you like more evidence to point to, what happened. And when reconstructing a scene, you can rewind and fast forward, and I really did enjoy doing that over and over and over again. And Marcus has an ability to come up with visual scenarios before executing them, which I thought was pretty interesting to do, and a useful mechanic to use in certain situations. So I love how the game is very detailed in the environment, from walking in the city and dodging people to stepping over objects on the ground. Detroit Becomes Human is one of the best video games to deliver spectacular visuals, but it really did suffer from discussing and displaying civil rights issues and violence. I would still recommend playing this game though. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.